which came to pass in thee, we in no wise comprehend, not the angels nor we men.
These two figures were waiting for a promise from God to see and behold the Messiah. In this feast of the meeting of the Lord, the Panagia, the Mother of God, gives Christ over to the righteous Simeon in a place of solitude, in a place of the temple, a place where he is praying, a place where he wants to see and encounter the promise that was made to him of the salvation of the world, that is, the person, the incarnate Logos, the incarnate Christ himself. My name is Father John Valadez. I'm the priest and pastor of St. Timothy Antiochian Orthodox Church in Lompoc, California. And we have a vision for a great project in this area. In order for a person to receive rest, it truly comes from receiving the Messiah and receiving Christ himself, holding him in the arms. So our very prayerful Metropolitan, who has a lot of great visions for Orthodoxy in America, wrote an epistle called The Bethany Houses. And in this epistle, he calls and he urges the faithful to make it a top priority to build houses of retreat and rest for the faithful around the United States. Orthodoxy is growing in America, and so we need more places like this that will edify souls that are coming into the church, especially coming from such a broken world and society that we have. Well, the city has an oppressive nature to it. As Father Seraphim said, it's a tyranny, actually, to the soul, that it demands in a tyrannical fashion various things from mankind. And we've gotten to a point today where we see so many symptoms of that tyranny and that oppressive nature. We see high rates of suicide and addiction and anxiety and all sorts of psychological distress and symptoms of that are plaguing society today. And so coming out into nature proper, that is where we see God and communicate with him through his very creation, can be in itself healing for the soul. But it's not enough to just walk out onto a beach or go to a nice hike or something like that. One has to do it with the intention of meeting Christ, of meeting the Lord, of holding him. So there's 123 acres available near Lompoc, California, near the Pacific Ocean. And this is an incredibly beautiful area, surrounded by farmland. It's in the country, but it's also close to our parish, as the Metropolitan called in his letter, to try to build places close to a parish. This property itself has 5 homes on it, so it has the ability to house people who are going to work on this land and work on this project. It also provides the opportunity for a small collection of Orthodox people, like a village, to live together. But primarily, the mission would be to give that place of rest and meeting of Christ to other people. And so we really want to be able to build an Orthodox retreat center that would enable people to come to experience Christ, to meet him, and allow for the Mother of God, by her prayers, to give that grace of Christ to those who come and rest and hike and walk around and pray, and also attend lectures, catechetical lectures, or lectures on the spiritual life from various speakers that we can bring in. We have a church that is growing, but sometimes lacking in that vision that we see especially in the early 90s, where people were so on fire to make America Orthodox, to bring the healing of the church out into the people. And we need to do that. We need to serve them Christ. We need to give the gospel. So this ranch itself is also an extension of that ministry of Death to the World, which was started for punk rock kids and rock kids that were stuck in broken families, stuck in music scenes, under the influence of drugs, on the brink of suicide, and bringing them back from that brink and really snatching them from the jaws of Hades and bringing them into the Holy Church. And they did that not only through writing and publishing magazines, but they also did that by establishing physical places where people can come and see community, experience true community, experience true family, especially when they didn't have that at home. So there's so much we are doing online, in printed format, but there is not so much that we're doing face-to-face with people to help make a connection and build a community. What we're called to build is a very big project, and in this case, we will definitely need donations in order for the Lord to bless and to multiply and to give us something that can feed the world that is thirsty and hungry. And so, if you are inspired by God through this project and your hearts are pricked, please consider sacrificing a little bit of yourself so that the Lord can bless it and feed the world that is so desperately craving Him.
The Son of the Father, who is without beginning, the firstborn child of a mother who hath not known.